Alright, catch.me/barryselby, there we go. This is changing themes. And just coming back again. Hi, welcome back. I'll hold this for a second. You need three hands, you need scopes and a tripod. It's like, what do I do with this? For those of you just joining this scope, my name is Barry Selby. Sorry, adjusting my collar. It's very schwitzy today. This is Peri-tips. So what I do in my business is I'm a heartbreak repair specialist working with women to help them heal their hearts and attract amazing relationships. And I'm also passionate about changing the world for the better, with the feminine heart being the leader in the world. That's another conversation I haven't done right now. Thank you. It is one of my signature colors, cobalt blue, I discovered. I haven't worn them for a while, but it's time to dig them out because I'm running out of shirts to wear right now. So today's, though, this is my third scope of the day. I did one earlier to promote the summit I'm on. I didn't bring the paper for that. It's okay. No, you can watch the scope in the archive for that. Just did a love scope about lonely versus alone. This is changing subjects completely. This is about Katch.me. Now, this is my home on, this is my account. Hey, Orlando, Florida, nice to have you here. So Katch.me / so I'm trying to put the comments on the screen. Katch.me / Barry Selby is the link to where all my scopes are archived. If you're a Periscope user and you don't know about Katch.me, this thing here, get yourself an account. Well, don't need to do anything, just log in with Twitter, you get your account, you tie it to your Periscopes, done, that easy. Katch.me is great because all your Periscopes after 24 hours disappear from Periscope. They go into thin air. So Katch is an online repository, a safety deposit box, as it were, for your scopes, visible as you want. They just updated it yesterday or today, and there was an announcement at the Periscope Summit, which I'm not at. This is LA, not New York, where I am. I love it. I'm like, oh, you see the hearts, but they're over my shirts. You can't see them. I love it. Okay, so what do I want to tell you? Like Periscope, as you may have noticed over the last week, they did some updates that broke some things and they fixed some things. I did a scope yesterday. Sorry, that's the blinds going. Stop it. Okay. The wind's hitting the blinds, so they're flickering. That's what the sound behind me is, behind the camera is. Periscope updated themselves yesterday and fixed a bug they had with iOS 9. Then they gave some new features that are really cool, and I shared that in yesterday's Peri-tips. I'm not sharing it here. Go watch it there. That's archived. This is about Katch. Katch. Katch.me, not Katch.com, is a free service that provides a place to store your videos, which is awesome. If you're aware, a week ago, 2 weeks ago, Periscope added a new feature to their scopes, which allows you to do in landscape mode versus portrait only, which is cool. Except that when you put them into Katch.me, they come out sideways because it goes vertical. Katch released an update to their service, which is it's a web app, or means a website, that apparently resolved that. So this morning I went in and thought, well, I'll do a quick test, and it was a really silly, weak, like 30-second test in landscape mode. Watched it go up to Katch.me automatically, like 3 minutes later. Went to watch it, it came out upside down. What is going on? So what I want to say is Katch.me is upgrading and making new features available. I noticed a couple of little tweaks. So for those of you who've used Katch, you noticed before when you had your Periscope showing up, you would have your video in the middle, and to the right-hand side, it had the hearts. Sorry, it had the comments listed, and then to the left-hand side had your profile. Now they've changed it. In fact, what's cool about it is Periscope scopes that get put into Katch carry more data now, or I should say Katch caches more data now. That makes sense. Katch now lets you have the heart count. So in your Periscope, let's stay this way up. Let's do it this way up. In the bottom corner, is the heart count. You don't see the hearts show on the screen, but you see the numbers go up, which is kind of cool. So you see the progression of hearts coming in cumulatively with a little pulsing icon with the number above it, which is nice. Also, they've done is they took the comments off of that screen and put it into a separate screen. So basically, when you look at the Katch.me screen, you'll see one side is the scope or the live stream. Next to it is comments. You tap on that, and then the comments are listed, and you can scroll through those separately. It still doesn't have the live feature, which I wish it would do. And the one thing I'm hoping that it will do at some point soon, maybe they will, maybe it's a Periscope feature, is that Periscope will let Katch take the video from Periscope with the hearts and the comments embedded in it. Because obviously it's getting the data, so I'm just wondering when it's going to be when you can actually see on Katch exactly the same way as it looks on Periscope with the comments live, because in my last scope, there was a lot of interaction, and I was talking with various people who were on the scope. When you watch it on Katch, you don't know who I'm talking to because the comments aren't tied to the video. They're just on a list separately. So I'm saying, oh, so-and-so or this. So when you're a broadcaster, it's important, if you can remember, which I didn't always remember, to mention the person's name and the comment they said before you answer it, so that way people can listen to your scope and know what's happening. Because again, on Katch, the comments are shown separately from your scope, which means you don't get synchronization of what was said when you responded to it, which is kind of annoying. So Katch.me got updated and apparently handles landscape mode, and I looked at it this morning and it doesn't quite work yet. It's like, so just a reminder for those of you using Periscope, we are pioneers in beta territory, unknown territory, with both Periscope being updated this week to fix a bug they had with iOS 9. You're welcome. Michelle, how are you? Yeah, I'm rocking the hearts and rocking the scopes again. I've done, this is my third one with a little test on top of that today, fourth. Scope's my place to play. I'm loving this place. I did actually catch one. I'm not really watching the Periscope Summit, by the way, in New York, because it's a lot of flab and a lot of interesting stuff. I just watched one this morning. It was a panel discussion, and that got some good tips from that. So some of the stuff on Periscope Summit being shown is good. Some of it, not so much. The parties are boring if you're watching from the outside because you're not drinking, and you can't hear the conversation because it's so loud. So that's another conversation. So again, I like the blue hearts because I can do it on my shirt. You can't see the blue hearts across my shirt, but then I put the paper in between. It just, sorry. Simple things amuse me sometimes. So again, for my scopes, you go to katch.me/barryselby. I'm still doing my scopes in portrait mode because I don't trust Katch.me to work properly yet. So that's what I'm saying. Katch.me has been updated. Again, Peri-tips. I'm going to get off in 2 minutes because the share-a-thon begins. I'll tell you about that in a second. Katch.me is where you can have them saved for free. Great place to store your archives if you do Periscopes regularly, like I do, because I tend to put out a lot of content out and hopefully it's valuable. So I can save it and then also I can repurpose it because from Katch.me you can download it, which is cool, or embed it in another site. That's for the future. I'll tell you about that soon. In the meantime, the heart count shows up, which is new in Katch, and the comments are now on a separate screen, which is new. And the portrait mode, as I said, is odd because I did record a scope in landscape mode, and when I was playing it, it flipped in Katch upside down. That's a bug, I think, unless it's just my operating system. But that's one thing I want to say, by the way. My laptop is older, so I don't have the most current operating system on my Mac. Up until now, got to really share a Peris, yes. Up until now, I couldn't watch videos on the Katch.me because there was something synchronizing with Safari and messed it up. As of the update, I can. So somehow they've made a feature work that didn't work before for me on the old software, which is kind of a sweet deal. You probably have to deal with that if you're more current than I am. But bottom line is, Katch.me is being updated with new features, some good stuff, and still got some bugs. So I'm still recommending, for those of you out there doing periscopes, as much as you can, stay in portrait mode just for safekeeping. Because right now, Katch.me does a perfect job with vertical portrait scopes, and the landscape ones seem to be a little bit, works best in Chrome, they say. I haven't tried that yet. And again, my browser's older, and even with Chrome, I have a limitation how new I can get, but I'm still playing with it. So that's the bottom line. Katch is cool, but it's got a catch. I had to play with that wordplay because it's not quite perfect, and it won't be for a while. But this is Periscope Week in New York, Periscope Summit. So I'm sure there's going to be tweaks and features being rushed out the door pretty much every day, and by Friday, who knows, we may have a whole new landscape to play in. Bottom line is, this is going to be a good journey for us who are new onto Periscope, because right now, we're still in the minority. Periscope's a brand new app that very few people really know about. In this community, everybody knows about it. But out in the world, very few do, so we're the pioneers. And that's kind of cool. Scary, but cool. You've been watching the summit too? Yeah, I've been browsing a little bit. As I said, I mentioned some of the scopes have been good. It's like depending who you're following, because these are not, it's not like a YouTube channel where you're watching all of the professionally broadcast ones. You're watching people's phone broadcasts, which is, some are good, some are horrible. Okay, I'm going to get off now because the share-a-thon that I want to watch is starting up, which is, hey Marie. Oh, Marie's on the, yeah, Marie was on the too, because she's the one that started this conversation actually. She's the one that posted in our group, in the 30-day challenge group, about the Katch being updated. So I checked it out and found the bug. At least that's my experience. In fact, do a favor for me. Katch's own was good. Katch's own was good? I'm not sure that we can't remember that. Do yourself a favor, teamwork. Yeah, we do work together on this, which is cool. Get out and try it for yourself. But do what I did, is do a test scope first and see how it works for you, because maybe it works better on your browser than it did on mine. So, you know, that's it. Okay, I'm signing up again. Find all my scopes, previous ones at katch.me/barryselby. That's where you find all of my archived summits, and I've got tons out there now, both love scopes about relationships and Peri-tips about periscope usage, so you can get better with it all the way through. She's back. Natasha, nice to have you back. I'm getting off right now getting off the scope because it's just after 1 p.m. Pacific time, and the Peri 10Ks are rocking out their share-a-thon, and I want to watch this one. It's about how to get speaking gigs. So I'll be blasting out to you if you're following me, so please make sure you're following me. I'm blasting out to the followers and Twitter and everything else about the scope when it starts. All right? Thanks for watching. Thanks for following. Please make sure you follow me on Periscope. Share with your followers. Share the replay with your friends and followers, particularly the last one about the love scope, because that one rocked. And thanks for the input. And thank you to all of those who participated. All right? That's it. I'm signing off because I'm going to be watching the rest of the day. I've done so many. It's only 1 o'clock Pacific time, and I've already done 3 scopes today. I don't plan. Well, I might do one later. I don't know. This is becoming kind of an addiction. Sorry, that was too cute. So thank you, Georgie, for appreciate that. And George, I look forward to hearing from you over traditional email and through the web. Thanks for watching. It's an interesting addiction. I mean, it's fun. And this was a pet peeve I did last week. I'll do a quick one now before I get off of the Periscope. There are those people using Periscope who do it to say, look at me, look at me, look at me. They're the ones I block pretty quickly. Just as bad as the trolls for me. They're not serving a purpose. I'm really here about we share information, we inspire, we have good conversations, we have a better day because of the people we reach and people we watch. That's what Periscope's for me. And if I was at the summit, I'd say the same thing. Because there are people out there with millions of hearts and tons of followers who have absolutely no quantifiable value to give. I'll be polite. Nothing to contribute. So that's it. If you did just join me now. I'm getting off of this Periscope. Just finished sharing it. Watch the archive, the replay rather. It'll be up for 24 hours before it disappears over to Katch. And I'm going to watch some other scopes because the people I want to follow. And please, some people like to talk to just make them sound good to themselves. It's true. But I want to exhibit that myself, so I'm just going to go off now. Thanks for watching. Thanks for following me. Make sure you follow my scopes. Look at my archives. Good stuff out there. I'll be on again tomorrow. I might do one later today if I get inspired. Not promising. That's not part of my schedule. I've done my Periscope tips and done my, thank you, I've done my love scope for the day. So I'm glad you got valuable content and valuable information. Get out there and have fun. Enjoy your day and have a great time. I'll be popping up and sharing, inviting you to watch scopes I'm watching today because I'm going to be following about 10 of them today. They're all 10 minutes each. So just watching out for that. Thank you very much. Rock on, folks. I will see you again soon. Bye.